Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. It is Thursday, and that means a new educational video. Today, we are talking once again about Reddit. As you know, I already covered this theme previously in an educational video and in few interviews. However, we're asking, is Reddit worth it in 2026? If yes, how do you implement it in your SEO strategy when everything gets removed? As you know,
We're launching the iGaming SEO Boardroom, a consulting group and community built by two of the leading names in the space, and over a decade of experience working with some of the biggest brands in the industry. I'm Sean, founder of Game Changer. We've been leaders in the SEO space for over 7 years. And I'm joined by Ivana Flynn, a prominent SEO expert known for sharing SEO insights with over 10 years experience ranking sites in iGaming SEO. If you know this space, you know how fast things move. Black hat tactics, negative attacks, Reddit updates, AI, it changes constantly and most teams are always a step behind. That's exactly why we are launching the Boardroom. Weekly insights, training, updates and access to us. So you and your team always have a game plan before things happen and not after. We've already sold out our founding members and have now just opened the waitlist for early access. Click the link in the description to join the Boardroom. We'll see you inside.
we used to optimize just for Google, but things started to change as ChatGPT came to the scene and started to give us a new way of talking to a search engine or getting new type of answers through this LLM. Then Google started to build up their LLM and they really tried to catch up on their AI game, and they made a deal with Reddit and started to train their LLMs on Reddit because it's by humans for humans, and therefore they wanted to make sure that it is not AI, it is really human created. By now, we know that around 50% of Reddit is actually AI. It's AI bots and it's AI tools and answers. So it's not just humans. And yeah, things change. We are marketers, we find a place and we use it till we abuse it. However, Reddit still is an amazing place because you can see the growth of traffic. Obviously, as I just said, all the traffic is not just humans. We know around 50% of that is actually bots. This is data from Ahrefs, which means it's a little bit skewed because it's Ahrefs' understanding of the traffic. However, you can see the important things. Main traffic is coming, not surprisingly, from USA. It is a USA platform, and then from all the other English-speaking countries because it is mainly in English. So you have got United Kingdom, India, Canada, Australia. If you are trying to cover any of these in iGaming, you should absolutely try to get on Reddit in some shape and form because 30 million, 61 million, this is not numbers of traffic that you can miss, even if just half of it is real. Just because the countries didn't score in top 5 for traffic doesn't mean that there is no valuable traffic in other countries, such as Germany, Poland, Spain. Of course, go to analytics, see if Reddit makes sense for the territory, for the geo you wish to target. Make your research before, right? Don't just go. And of course, Reddit is an amazing place if you are trying to get to AI overviews, to ChatGPT, to any of the LLMs. It is not the only place you should be seen at because we know that you need to be all around the web. And the most cited places for AI overviews and other LLMs are YouTube. Yes, you can get on YouTube, easy. Wikipedia, next to impossible, Reddit, so, LinkedIn, Quora. The tool I will show you actually covers Reddit and Quora. So if you get familiar with it, you'll be able to cover both and get more mentions of your brand all over the web. Reddit should be a place where you are supposed to be creative. You can comment, post, create your own subreddits. However, you will find that you need karma to be active. You need karma to be active, and to get karma, you need to be active. So it's a little bit difficult. Best things that ever get me karma were my cute animals, as you can see, and then funny memes. However, you might need to have enough karma to get to those. If you cannot be bothered to build karma, which most of my clients just give up because you need to have an old account, you need to have enough karma to start your own subreddit. Here are places where you can buy a good subreddit. My favorite is Redux because they actually have good places with good subreddits. Good accounts. This one I find a little bit dodgy. They are real, but I never know if the account can actually come to me. And Social Plug, absolutely avoid. This is just AI generated and it gets closed off 1-2 days after opening it. So stay away. This is Redux. You will see that you can find different accounts with different age. They are nicely aged. You need at least 30 days, so 3 years is amazing. And karma for being creative with your own subreddit should be at least 100. So if you get karma of 2,000 plus, amazing. As well, they have got a Telegram group. So if you signed up, they will tell you like, in 5 hours, we will be talking about accounts. If you are interested, please stay at your computer. And you will see that the accounts are sort of cheap. I mean, $49, $50. It's nothing. Those are the generic ones. As well, they do specific ones like for OnlyFans. They are more expensive, or for crypto, because crypto has taken over Reddit. Okay. Accounts can get suspended. And if your account gets suspended, this is a small death on Reddit. And you can see that your avatar turns your back on you. I'm not active anymore. And as well, you will see this error. It means basically you cannot be active anymore with the account. Account is gone, and it's gone for ever. And your activity on Reddit is restricted for 100 days. That is 1 quarter. 1 quarter in marketing is a lot of marketing. And it's not that easy to get back on Reddit because they track way too much data. IP address, browser, operation system, extensions, user agents. Truly, I don't even know if this is legal to track this much data on one user, but we're not going to change it, so we just need to learn the rules. And now, if you want to be active, you need to be on different device. So what Reddit sees as the same device, it is the same computer using incognito mode, same with cleaned cookies and changed browsers, or using VPN. Those are very easy to detect, and you will get nowhere because Reddit, because of their mega fingerprint tracking, will know you are the same person with the same computer. So what are different devices? Of course, different computer, different tablet, different smartphone. However, let's say you are running 20 accounts because you're catering for 20 clients. They all want to have their own subreddits. It's going to get too expensive if you do it this way. So you can use anti-browser detection systems and you can buy proxies, not VPN, proxies. This is a really good place for proxies, IP Royal. And this is a really good anti-fingerprint browser system tool. And it adds power. It's used a lot for PPC. However, you need to sync those. Okay, so let's say I am catering for a client in India and we are doing crash games. I buy an IP for India and I open an account on Ed's Power with certain settings, and then I merge them. And I always merge these two together because I want to be the same user when I'm opening the account, because any deviation, surprise, surprise, my account will get closed. I found a problem here, and it happened to me a few times that they didn't sync properly. So either my IP didn't trigger or the Ed's Power settings didn't trigger, and I lost the account. Very frustrating because even the setup is a little bit difficult. So for me, what was the best thing is multi-login, because it merges both and you just need to set it up once. It is a little bit tricky to set up, costs around $30 per user, but this is how it looks. You will click on it, open a multi-login special browser, and then you will click on any of these that you want to do. So I will always know that this is for my client in India that wants to promote crash games. This I always use for, let's say, opening DMCAs, or I can use it to as well do Reddit. So you name them and you will easily track what you're doing at each stage. You will never get confused and your account is less likely to get closed. This is me opening Reddit with the DMCA fingerprint. And it opens completely blank Reddit without any of my preferences. If I would go through my normal account, right? Even if you do all of these, comments and posts can get removed, even if you manage to have an account that does not get closed and has got enough karma. Subreddits can get banned. Okay, so Reddit is very fragile, and more we abuse it as marketers, more we push AI there, more fragile it gets. Yeah, we broke it. What can I say? We're marketers. We find good traffic and we tend to use it so much that we break it. And it is what it is. So let's go through the different bans you might experience working with Reddit. Huge companies in our niche tried to work with Reddit and they failed. Tipico was one of them, and they got banned for not following privacy policy. This basically means that their account either wasn't old enough or didn't have enough karma. Yes. Gambling for Australia was one of my subreddits for testing. I wanted to see if there is enough hunger from Australian players to play. And yes, there is extreme amount of hunger in a moment. You manage to do affiliate links on your subreddit, you manage to push it out there. You will get interest. People will click on it. However, because I was doing affiliate links and I did it as a test, so I expect it to be closed. It was marked as spam. So you are not allowed to promote. You are not allowed to be too commercial. Okay, so which is a little bit of a bummer because we want to promote, right? Casino Days, another huge player on our industry, left it unmoderated, which means was open to spam. If you don't have moderators, if you don't set up rules, you are likely to be closed. Basic rules to follow if you are planning to work with subreddits, which is one of the strategies you could do. Your account must be at least 30 days old. The ones I showed you can buy were already 3 years, safe. Your karma must be at least 100. And now building karma was easier. This year got quite difficult. And previously, the activity I did would get me karma 500-600. This year I really struggled with the same activity. I got karma around 12-13. So it got much tougher. Therefore, I personally prefer the shortcut of buying an account for 40 euros. Simply saving time, and it's a good investment for me. Make sure you clean up comments and post, not to allow spam, because if you're breaking the rules, they can close your whole subreddit. Make sure you don't spam with too many affiliate links. So sort of follow the 90-10 rules. Be 90% super helpful, super funny, super cute. And then the 10% try to be commercial, but every time pray that you don't get closed down. It happens. Closed down subreddits can be taken over. You can go to Reddit request. Again, you need to have enough karma and old account. Nothing changed there. Best strategies. There are tons that you can do on Reddit, okay? One of the best one is sports tips. Now we are in a time of World Cup. With the next strategy I will show you, you are still in time to use it. Sport is super popular. So if you do sports as a general term, there is around 1,000 sports team subreddits, and people love sports, okay? Now, if you are going to do comments and post, make sure you make a strategy. You create a strategy where you're going to be visible. Because right now, I'm talking about strategy. I want to be cited in AI overviews, and I want my brand to be mentioned in AI overviews or ChatGPT. Therefore, the placement must be logical, must be niche relevant. Okay, this really counts. So if I'm doing this, I'm going for relevancy. I am running a sport affiliate. I am going for sport subreddits. Sports betting, amazing, some of them, and some of them even allow placements. Sports journal, football, either soccer or American football, and right now World Cup 2026. Of course, World Cup 2026 talks a lot about sales and tickets. So let's say you have got a competition for winning tickets for the finals for people that come to your affiliation. A lot of you do that. This is a place to promote it. Again, it will be relevant and it will be good for your brand mention. And look at the size of the World Cup one. If you manage to get a brand mention there or a link from there, amazing. Crypto anything. As I said, Reddit is flooded with crypto things. Now there are massive general crypto subreddits, coin specific, niche specific. So if you make a strategy for your crypto casino, crypto affiliate, you will definitely succeed. So cryptocurrency, obviously huge, almost 10 million members, Bitcoin, Ethereum, the typical ones, very big ones, and if even NFTs. So there is a lot you can do there. And then the long term, Bovada is one that is surviving all of the takedowns, but they started in 2013, so it'll be very difficult to catch up with them. But they created a very, very, very good subreddit, helpful one. And then Parasite. If we are talking about mentions and about recognition of a brand, you want to be niche relevant. Casino, try to find gambling sites. Sports, try to find sports sites. Parasite does not care about this, right? We are not after mentions, we are after visibility in SERPs by hacking Reddit. This is a fantastic example when somebody bought an existing subreddit, which is called Gao, cute anime girls making funny noises. Absolutely not anyhow relevant for gambling or crypto casinos, yet they ranked like crazy with best crypto casinos for a while. And this is actually comment under their post, and all of these things are affiliate links. And you can see that they had a strategy. They upvoted that comment. They commented for their comments just to get more visibility and to get into the SERPs. Higher you are on Reddit, more likely you're going to get some engagement, right? Logical. And you can see as well that all of the users commenting on them are turning their back on them, which means what? They are closed down accounts, which means they just created it for this strategy, okay? And that's completely okay. I highly recommend if you are planning to do posts and comments. If you're going to do subreddit, you need to buy an account and go through multi-login and all of that. If you are going to do only posts and comments, use Crowd Reply. This is the tool I told you in the beginning that covers Quora as well. So you can simply take over these two with this tool. And it's one of the better tools. I tried other ones like Brand24 or Brand Mentions. The removal was way too high. This one sticks the best. You can control the budget because you upload your credit and you just use from there. So you cannot run out of budget. Let's say you allow yourself €100 a month, and that's all you have, right? And then you create a strategy and spend those. You can easily put a thread here that you want to work with. I usually, if I'm going after the brand mentions, I would go to Reddit and I would really research where I want to be visible. What is the conversation about? So I know how to reply to it, to be relevant and to stick. So I would make a good research, I would make a good plan, and then I will put the thread here, and then I will write, not AI, me, I would write a comment. Then I'll find a project I want to do it for, and then I will buy upvotes. It recommends you need 5 upvotes to be visible. I would do 20. The upvotes are few cents, so it's really, really good. And as well, you can make it look very natural with how many upvotes per day and when they should start. And then you can buy comment for your comment. Again, that helps visibility of your original comment. And if you comment on a comment, it's less likely that the previous comment is going to be removed. Again, it's paid. I think it's $10 a comment, easy. And this is my sticking rate. So you can see reach here is not amazing, but here I was going for brand mentions and brand recognition. So I didn't care about the niche. And you can see the stick rate is 100%, nothing but removal, which is rare for Reddit. If you don't want to go through this way and you don't want to research Reddit, then you can just rely on this tool. And this tool will recommend where you can place something. So let's say you have got AI girlfriend customer or your own website, and you are looking for AI girlfriend subreddit, it will find them. And it will tell you how many visitors, and then you can try to create tags. These are usually owned by another, either affiliate or one of the main AI girlfriend places. So 99% you will get removed. Okay, don't get excited. But you can try and it will find it for you. I do not like this because it might be outdated. When I'm doing my research, I want to make sure people are really in that Reddit, really on that thread, really on those posts, and it's alive. So when I comment and when I upvote, it looks natural. It could have happened. However, if you find through this a post that is 3 years old, in a moment you try to submit, it will tell you after you do all the work, it will tell you that this post is 3 years old, most likely going to get removed. So I rather do my research. However, the system is the same. You will just click on create a task, create a comment, select a project, buy upvotes. Exactly the same as if you research it yourself. And then it will tell you what is the reach and how much money you can potentially make on it. This really helps with mentions, brand awareness, and growth of your branded traffic. I recommend you work with this. And now let's keep in mind that Quora is indexing again in Google. So really good thing to do. I recommend for you to work with this because as well of the crazy DMCAs, you need to be visible in more sources than just your main website. There is a war out there. And more sources of traffic you have, more stable you are. So I hope this was helpful and it answered all your questions you could have had about strategy on Reddit in 2026. Thank you for listening.
If you got value from this video and want direct access to us, weekly calls, training, and the latest SEO updates, and a community of people operating at this level, click the link in the description to join the boardroom. We'll see you inside.